New developments in the eruption of pro-Palestinian protests across college campuses. Police detained about 100 people at Northeastern University in Boston on Friday, clearing what they called an unauthorized encampment. And in a statement earlier today, Northeastern officials said they believed professional organizers had joined the ranks of student protesters. Administrators at Cal Poly Humboldt say they are closing campus for the remainder of the semester due to the continued occupation of 2 buildings. We've seen similar scenes across the country as demonstrators demand an end to the war in Gaza and call on universities to divest funding in various movements. University officials say reports of anti-Semitism and vandalism on campus could not be tolerated. And many Jewish students say they don't feel safe at their schools. CNN's Polo Sandoval and Rafael Romo are monitoring the situations at separate campuses. Polo, you're at Columbia University. What are you seeing there right now?
So Fred, if you compare it to yesterday when we did see some tempers flare up during some non-student protests that took place just off campus, things are relatively calm today. But it's what you can't see, which is these ongoing negotiations between leaders of that student encampment that's been on Columbia for about 10 days now and a handful of university officials. That's what we're really focusing on because those apparently are ongoing. Yesterday, though, I did hear from some of the participants of that encampment, leaders of that group, and they really just based on what they shared, it seems that the negotiations, after showing some progress on Thursday, have slowed or even stalled. I want you to hear from Mohammed Khalil. He's one of 2 negotiators, student negotiators, who I talked to yesterday.
We are at a stage where kind of an impasse. The university is not acknowledging the movement and the extent of the movement, and what they're willing to offer is mostly just the statements, processes, and committees.
I think that's really the stalemate when you're talking about the encampment that started this massive wave of demonstrations from coast to coast, that they are in fact at a stalemate, but nonetheless they are continuing. I did have an opportunity to speak a few moments ago to one of the student organizers who told me that they likely will not have an update on those negotiations until Monday, which means, Fred, that encampment will likely continue for at least the rest of the weekend. The Columbia University weighing in, saying they are still actively engaged with those students to try to find a resolution, but they are also considering other options, potential options, in order to, as they put it, restore calm on campus. But for now, it is certainly calm both on and off campus, and we'll continue to track for the rest of the weekend. Fred.
All right, Polo Sandoval at New York's Columbia University. All right, let's go to Atlanta and Emory University, where we find Rafael Romo. Rafael, there were arrests. There was a lot of unrest on campus as well yesterday. What's it like today?
That's right, Fred. Well, the situation here at Emory University continues to be tense this weekend after clashes with police resulted in multiple arrests on Thursday, including at least a couple of Emory University professors. There were protests once again here Friday, but they were more peaceful. And also Friday, Fred, Emory tenured faculty gathered on campus to express concerns about the violent arrests that took place Thursday. They were considering a motion for a no-confidence vote of Emory University President Gregory Fenves. One of those attending was Noel McAfee, a professor and chair of the philosophy department here at Emory University, who was arrested during the chaos on Thursday. McAfee said university administrators made the problem worse on Thursday when they called the Atlanta Police Department. McAfee spoke to CNN about her arrest. Let's take a listen.
So what happened in there was that one cop stood up and said, "Ma'am, you need to step back. You need to step back." And here I am now, not just professor, but human being, watching this child being pummeled. I said no, and I stood there, but I stood in a way that was non-confrontational, just stood there, and then I'm arrested.
And Frederica, some of the professors and students who participated in the protest differ greatly from administrators. When you ask them what happened Thursday, they say it was mostly students and people affiliated with the university. But President Fenves said in a statement that some were highly organized outside protesters who arrived on campus in vans, constructed an encampment. In a statement, he also said that he is not going to tolerate any violence, any disruption of activities here on campus. Fred, back to you.
All right, Rafael Romo in Atlanta, Polo Sandoval in New York. Thank you so much. We'll check back with you.